What's up, bros, ladies of the night and the early evening, and cats of all sizes? Old Nicky G here has been scouring the Discord for cards that slap and the internet, and here we highlight niche cards that slap in specific decks, cards with art that wows your socks, and some silly goose includes for your commander decks. I try to pick up cards that maybe you haven't seen before, or that I like in general. So you know what, I like you, brother. And if you like this stuff, hit all the buttons, like, subscribe, join the Patreon if you want, where the elite hyena brotherhood gallivants through the darkness. And first up here we have Flux Squad, 3 in a red for a creature, human soldier. It's a 4/3 with haste. Whenever this guy attacks, you may exile another target attacking creature you control. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This is amazing in polymorph decks. The only problem is that you probably don't want to polymorph into it. But if you do, so what, dude? You know what? It has haste, so you can polymorph again. Take a 1/1 goblin token, make him into a big fatty. I like how they look like a bridal party about to bust into a Macarena. How about the Wand of Tony Wonder? 3 in a red for an artifact, 4 in tap, roll a d20. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card, then shuffles the rest into their library. You may cast up to X instant or sorcery spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. 1 to 9 on your d20, X is 1. 10 to 19, it's 2. Probably going to be in there somewhere. Or if you get 20, X is equal to 3. Are you sensing the chaos theme here in these cards that slap? Well, your senses are lying, brother, because that's just the first 2 cards. This is a really neat card, man. I don't think you'll get anything too crazy very reliably, but when you do, listen, it's going to be nice. Cards like these add a bit of variability, though it's just in certain decks that want this effect. Airtight Alibi. Are you going airtight tonight, man? 2 in a green, enchantment aura, has flash, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, untap it. It gains hexproof until end of turn. If it's suspected, it's no longer suspected. But that's not going to be a big deal in Commander, dude. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't become suspected. I like the art on this thing. Definitely makes me think, you know, this little twink in the woods here is innocent of all wrongdoing, dude. He's got an airtight alibi with those leaves. I think in a super budget aura deck, this kind of slaps, but that's about it, man. Now here's a real banger here, the Insidious Roots. Black and green for an enchantment. Creature tokens you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. It's pretty awesome right there. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 0/1 plant creature token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each plant you control. I saw the Insidious Roots in 1996, dude, at the Garden, and they just jammed the whole time. This is actually a pretty great card in a creature token deck. The caveat is that it has to be Golgari. Saprolings, fungus, make this card insidious, dude, not hideous. Now you may not like it, but this is what peak male physique looks like, the Teferi's Curse. 1 in a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant artifact or creature, enchanted permanent has phasing. Is this card good? No, but that old Robert Bliss art is absolutely mystifying, dude. He is accusing that tiny donkey. He's really pointing the finger at him. Too bad this fella skipped leg day, dude. He probably skipped leg year. Bloodsoaked Insight. It's 5 and hybrid Rakdos mana for a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. Probably pretty easy to get this down to 2 mana. Target opponent exiles the top 3 cards of their library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards, so that means lands too. If you cast a spell this way, mana of any type can be spent to cast it. And on the back, you have the Sanguine Morass, tap to add a black or a red. Metal art, man. Check out this art, dude. This guy hates his own skin. Get rid of it, you know? If you're not using your skin, get rid of it, dude. It's just dragging you down. In a slug deck, this isn't terrible. Get a couple land drops, maybe a sweet creature for hopefully 2 mana, if you can slap somebody for 5, which is not too bad. Land on the back, tap duel, dude. Love that, man. MH3 delivers. Now this guy's paying the price of knowledge. 6 and a black for an enchantment. Players have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, price of knowledge deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. Fantastic card with some really metal art. The price of knowledge is blindness and crunched up fingers, dude. I'm just reading about birds, you know? I'm reading the wrong books, man. Too bad this is 7 mana. By the time this starts dealing damage, we're into the end of the game. I do like that goat beard, though. This card truly slaps. Now look at this lady, the Samite Elder. 2 and a white for a creature, human cleric. It's a 1/2. tap, creatures you control gain protection from the colors of target permanent you control until end of turn. Protecting the lost orphans out there, dude. Protecting street urchins. Protecting those unfortunate waifs. Come on, dude. This slaps so hard because your commander is Wooburg, right? That's when it's awesome. Protection is nothing to sneeze at, you fool. She's just a damn first grade teacher. Lay some respect on this lady, man. No, I've been singing this guy's praises since he came out. He's the old butterfly snake dude. It's Oarecastlin, the deepest growth. 3 green, legendary creature god. Has trample. It's a 6/5, dude. Whenever Oarecastlin deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. You may put a creature card and or land card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. When this guy dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. Taps formed into just a stupid land, dude. But it has that 2 and a green tap. Transform it back. Yes, dude. This card rips for $4. Buy it, stick it in your big beater decks, stick it in your prison wallet, and vomit a couple permanents onto the battlefield. Now this is straight out of Assassin's Creed. This guy is Shay Cormac, white and black for a legendary creature, human knight rogue. It's a 1/1. I don't know anything about Assassin's Creed. I don't know if he's a cool character or not, but it has 1 permanent your opponent's control, lose hexproof, indestructible, protection, shroud, and ward until end of turn, which is pretty nice, man. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes the target of a spell or ability you control, put a bounty counter on that creature. So say you cast the old, whatever it is, murder out there. You put a counter on that guy, and then when it dies, put 2+1/+1 counters on this guy. This guy is worth it just for that better Arcane Lighthouse ability in a creature deck that you want to do this thing. This is great in a deck where you're doing lots of targeted removal. It's interesting, I would give it about a half a slap on this card. Now this one is interesting. Runic Repetition, 2 and a blue for a sorcery. Return target exiled card with flashback that you own to your hand. Now don't get me wrong, I believe in this woman repeating her runes. She looks like a hot Bart Simpson out there, but this is really only good in a Savin deck. Now you're over there thinking to yourself, who the heck is Savin? For those that don't know, this is a real weird card. He's got the Savin's Reclamation out there, but he's also the Chronoclasm. He's 2, red, white, and a blue for a legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 2/2. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Savin, the Chronoclasm. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I did have a Savin deck when this thing came out, but Savin, he no win. I took him apart. He got really short arms, looks like kind of a loser. I will say though that in the present meta, you can probably build this pretty powerfully, and this card does indeed slap. Anyways, man, those are some real slappers for this week. I'm getting back into Bloomborough when we come back pretty soon, probably on Thursday or something like that. I'm going to redo those precons and everything, but I just wanted to take a little break here and highlight some neat cards from Magic the Gathering's past, dude. I troll the Discord out there for cards that people are mentioning and have thusly determined their ability to slap. I hope you enjoyed, and remember, look at your dog, man. It may be doing something cute right now. Nikki G, Better Commander, signing off.